First, could you just tell us your name?
Agula thangbo kya ming sungro nang sa.
My Gapa Akar.
My name is Gapa Akar.
His Holiness the Dalai Lama asked us to record your experiences so that we can share your memories with many generations of Tibetans, Chinese, and the rest of the world. Your personal memories are going to help us to document the true history, culture, and beliefs of the Tibetan people.
Kongsa chogi nganzu la kala peba nangshi nganzu gi tharing agula gi michi nyamyong gi nguyu chungbe lugyu yorwala andunzu la tizu che ani lugyu dunzu ani phemi mirap mangbo ta ani kya miri mase be jambulengi ani mimang gi kendo gi che du che rwa agula ani di lugyu dine ani phegi gerap ta rishu nguyu khari ime di kendo yungure sumudo. Yes.
Do you give your permission for the Tibet Oral History Project to use this interview?
Phegi ngagyun gerap legul chigi yorwala dilaya nganzu thari agulagi lugyu sungba dila ani pheju tangya gi chokchen nanggi rwal. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Tuche nang sungdo.
If any time during the interview you want to take a break, just let us know.
Tiwa thilen nang bekableya agula ka goya duna ka sungro nanga. Okay.
And if there's any question that you don't want to answer, that's just fine.
Ya tiwa khashi la lenkyunde mewiyuna ani lenkyunge me sungshana digi yore.
Oh, yeah.
I have to ask you if this interview is shown in Tibet or China or anywhere else in the world, would it create a problem for you?
And tarin tiwa thilen nang ba di rwa nganzu gi jema pheda gyana da jamling khawa tembiene agula la ya kange ke yung marwala. No, there'll be no problems.
No,
there'll be no problems for the interview.
Okay, thank you very much.
And it
Okay, first of all, I want to ask you, your life as a nomad, to you, I'm sure it's very ordinary, yeah? But for young Tibetans growing up in exile, they know nothing about what that means. So could you give us a description about what that means to live a nomad's life?
판당한지 베베기 쉬운게 된데 여러와 야갈롱발라 딘지 콘저 창매기 다 족바싱에 되게 매직 한데지 매망체게 신기요 말이 아굴라 디진 아굴라기 매제디 중두간에 족바신 나르발라 엔 족베 매제디 한데지요레 데 송로 나앙시도
안 족베 매시체 한 거런제 신진 야세야데 로세야데 되네 딸베게 데 저거리 다 되게 제디네 되네 so yo tene ti omale ma yo omale chokota chorale tene tende jindiga ta tende che te rela nonga rela ya je sa ka sa ya de tene je gunga de din mane hele pa te tende ni sa ya po tende jindiga jo tene le kele tabata really kadan ta guri jani ya ta jore te ta ate tende sia tende jinge ka tan dawli ni.
So the life of a nomad in Tibet, consists of, herding animals like yaks and sheep, and we also have a few horses. And the nomad milks the deer, and then they make butter from the milk, and they also make cheese.
Sorry.
And they also make cheese, and then we have to move the animals wherever there is good grass. And during winter, the animals are brought down, and then there are about 100 to 200 animals, and each of them, has to be tied up in the evening.
So, growing up in this nomadic lifestyle, do you develop a special relationship with animals?
다 적과 임베 차네라 카티네게 셈쟁기 냠도를 잘레나기 열와 이게 네 셈쟁래야 찍다 가부다고 찍는데 다시 차기에는
셈쟁이게 뭐지 텔레텐도 진지고 차라지 사야사 초야사다 텔레텐도 진지고 차라지 되니까 사제 나름 그 통주 간제 보라 되는 거 좋아요. 소화도 다 된듯이 제거해 봐.
Yes, because we get everything we needed for our survival from these very animals, and we got what we had to eat, we got from them. Even what we had to drink, we got from these animals, and even our clothing came from these animals. And so we took them to wherever the grass was good and wherever the water was good.
And if your animals got sick, well, what did you do?
Okay, see, semje nabayina, any karinangiyore.
Since Nana Chera, Madam to Tandaga Madam to pay member what it, pay the member, Tandaga member the tent of Tinlinga. Ten men at Chair Lama Tamagatent, Sanam, that tell it any cobbo, that a relative to change Chadata. Can you make it a Lama Gambal, something zero Chadata, and the chatting, and the guitar, Tandalega.
Semje nabayina.
Sending Namna.
If the animals got sick, there were Tibetan doctors who cared for them, or we could also go to our high lamas and ask them for blessed pills. And then also lamas were called into the house to make prayers.
Were the blessed pills effective?
Ani chilap chiknangirwala. Chilap tunsu ani pengirwala.
This one thing is Tondol Ja, take it, Mapanda Tandagong, not yet into Malam Tondola, Tonlanda, Marilinda, Tandari one, Mapa, not and the chain. Get the gig into penalty. Salong penalty.
I translate. And if the animals had open wounds, then we could, seek certain blessed items from the shaman who does mantras on it to be applied on the wounds.
Oh, could you tell us a little bit more about the shaman and who he is and what he does?
ngagpa korti sunona ngagpa gi khari nangire.
Ngapa kono not yet, you didn't want to my order. Not yet, not sad, and you tell them to change put yet.
Who kavala gigila?
Put out corona. Tondola put yet, take a man that tender, don't descend. And that he don't have to get put yet, and the city. Don't want something man yonder. Matam the pass sooner. And that tender happened to watching it. Then you won't need a Napagata, and never drinking guitar, Tondola now and the never drinking. Now you are a bacoroneda. The real tend to change the path. Or something here tend to change the part too. Don't do my down, tend to change the true Java to get here tend to part two already.
The shaman recites many mantras which he blows on the animals. So if the animal has a swelling on his body, and if the mantra is blown on that, then the swelling subsides. And if it's an open wound, it starts to heal. So, and for other certain obstacles, there are many prayers and sprinkling of water that's done.
Does the shaman also work on human physical problems?
ngagpa jiorwa digi ani mi ka mila na chayona dilege dinde chigi
I'm fingering it, Napa Zena, Burari, Checo. Okay, Madam Chul, Yamling Mombachi, Chu Gale, Yamling Mombachi, Sonjig some Natacha, the Gila Corum, the Gole Hakos, whatever. That anything somebody called Chu till Yamling said, take it and to change the car, Sanam, that to get over. In Papa saying that I could get into Sonjig Chu Song Yazin Chonchu, Tino intent of Made, Uncle Mada already.
So ngagpas are highly learned, and they have practiced the Buddha Dharma, and they have very high powers through these mantras that they recite.
So this is ngapa, this is not hlawa. This is definitely not hlawa.
Shaman is ngagpa, right?
The shaman that we were told about before was called the Lhawa.
No,
this is the
ngagpa.
ngapa. Hlawa, you never heard of this term hlawa?
Hlawa yawal hapap ngedinde yorwel.
La pumpkin, you're at the Lago. La pumpkin, La the Chilicon worry. That the pumpkin the worry, and that Charidori worry Mombo, you
There were very few Lhavas.
Very few Lawas, okay. They were rare.
In our region, you know, we did not consult any Lhavas.
So ngagpas were all they could find.
Yes.
And your name, Gapa Akar, sounds like a bit unusual name to me. Is there? Tell me a little bit about your family history that you know of.
Handa agulagi minglaya Gapa Akar lagidwa. Tuyu ming dinde mangbo khoya mindu usigdwa. Ne agulagi mizangi lugyu jiksungro nang sigdu.
Tam masunde ngaro de. Payini chenga tento jeni kondo para sedi jaditi. Cheko pamando teta chetege ropara koron ropara ni tene. Che mombo kata loji de che yo mai kon ropanda che. Kene kotondo sejin da sara japta tege cheta di garawa.
No, except for being nomads, you know, there was nothing much to talk about my family.
Okay.
Tene ti loji gapanye mane mam parik mankon tege mal heji yo mari koron soga.
So I wouldn't know much about my history.
So can you tell me was your family very religious?
Ane akulagi nangmi yorwa nangmi dinde chepa rebe chul teba chimbu nangme dinde rebe
chul teba yore da ta sundu tondo senji mombo khotsara jaya yore Ndola laula ko tongha ke chari nola ko jangabya ke chari tende se de ne te chute ta la mande lori no la lama ta la mande te po ya zong de non chun dan dan tene something de chi ta la de so ta something de chi ta tanda po re ni re me betene cheno chwa ma tene ko la pan chinga zong tene ko Kolonda ko thamnari matamna tene kotanri chetan royari.
Yes, we were deeply religious, but you know, having about 1,000 sheep and 400 to 500 yaks and deers, you know, it wasn't possible to devote much time to religion. But however, once or twice a year, my parents invited home lamas to say prayers, and then my parents recited the mantras and used the prayer wheel.
And what's the first prayer or mantra you remember learning as a child?
Awula pogo chinchi imbe kable yarwa demba khati jangi thangbo.
Nemba de tachi mananda domanda ta ko che benzan go tegi te ngaron saugumare ngaron lol chijo domala teni tento pachelan sinda samba senda ta che ko gelu gu chu kaju gu chu kananda mandata tese chijo.
So I learned to recite quite a number of prayers, you know, irrespective of the sects. There were Mani and the Thara prayers and the Benza Guru, then Parche, Lamsel, and Sambal Hindup.
So in your family, were your family fairly non-sectarian then? Not particularly adhering to one sect or another?
Ani agulagi nangsang rwa chik chuluk la khepa menge de rel
chu chepa te mari nga sacha ye nga kaju ye nga gelu ye se tanda chepa pop te mari lama sele na te ba jagri lama ye kanu de pe na koche jara piji on pitel seri chulu nga ko se ke yo mari.
And that's right, you know, my family you know, never believed in saying that I'm a Sakyapa or a Nyingmapa or a Kagyupa. You know, we had belief in every Lama.
Huh. And what did you do prayers and mantras then when you were out in the fields? You said you didn't have much time for formal prayers or study. So when you were out with the animals, is that when you would do mantras and prayers also?
Agula nambazota dogle chia la ta lega mangbu yorwa ta demba denya ta drama gyoya ta mani gyoya dunzo ene rilaya semje the dudu ga
semje ke talan ro ta te ke kha ga nan le che ta te dang jun dang ke te dogre dum dum chwa ma
That's right. When I was herding the animals, I would be reciting the mantras at the same time because there was no time to sit and say your mantras.
Uh-huh. So the animals were also getting the benefit of your mantras, yeah?
Yes, it's a merit for me and a little for the animals.
And did you also sing at all in some traditional songs?
Any agula number so that didn't since then pig your wala. Pick up the shade in the tangi,
Not at all.
No, I did not sing.
You didn't sing, just the mantras. So, how did your life change?
Ale, but the shade tang lana lulen like you. Yes, there were a few occasions when we were really very happy, there was good grass and the animals were well fed and healthy. Then we would play games with other herders and sing a few songs.
Okay. What kind of games did you play?
So the games we played were wrestling or running race and throwing stones. And there were no other games apart from these.
Very physical, boys' games. And can you remember any of the songs?
And the lu lengi orwa dokpa ge lu lengi donzu tengi dewe agula. There were songs, but I can't remember them.
So would you say you had a good life? It sounds like a hard life, but is it a good life?
Dokla nang shuruala. Digi mitsi kale khakputa yosarwali inege mitsi yakpu kipu yorvela.
Mese yapata koran sur ke lav sigedini. Chipo yoreta kora saje kavle yomari. Kanje kavle yomari chiri sena. Tando te koran te yo te omantong te chorata te masa te tige tendo Pile tona, kewile tona, tsapala tona. Tene tondole tento jinjek pa shile yali ren tesiki sha. Tande konda mada mawa koron le sajele ne koron tena pamdiri. Te sajik kanga yomare.
Yes, it was a happy life. We had, no problems, getting enough to eat, and we could drink the milk, then we made cheese, then we could eat the butter, and our clothes came from the fur of animals, and so also the hair of the yak, and we had enough meat to eat. There was no problems at all.
And how did this life start to change?
Ta thanda mizi kange mebe chen sagyu thongyu ta susula yone ta dinde ji mizi ke de yorwa e mizi di khadu gyuwa chingina.
Kita te jam content and tan je wat che sen rewa content. Umin tang te rewa te du ten tum je wat cheta. Cheta ni yo wat ni ten tu jin je gata. So ku sol ta ten ta tu gol tu chi se rewa. Consume to sen rewa.
So this changed when the communist Chinese arrived. So, fearing for our life, we left everything and fled.
Yeah.
Okay. So before you fled, what was when the communist Chinese came, what were the first changes you started to notice in your life?
Content Gami Aula gi Lungbala Lerwala. The lady can Aula Gua Tango Carisiswe.
You are Tombo, the Marola, a candidate Terishena, that consog Lojangalangasola, Solid Dolechi go, Lanzo go, Loche go, Lumbala, Choron Solecate, you are Netzola, Necalesic, Petal Kankin. That's was it. Get that under the key or it.
Lochunga Langa Sugar Show.
Oh, Longa Soga shows.
Lord Jagos.
Lord take it so good, take it so good. Tandamanda Zogo, secret.
So the first change that came about was that the Chinese told us that we had to work for 15 years constructing roads, then bringing electricity and making water connections.
So did you do this work?
Ani agula chale di nanga pay imbe.
Then I got Lamzon in the Dava Texas. That comes from Model Lamzo Greva.
So I went to work on the road crew for 1 month.
Can you describe what that was like, what the conditions were like?
And did you gonna dawa chik lams joga pedu kande rawisto agula?
This is that console Jele Dunia Tandache, the Bochi Mando Yako, legal lady, Cosado lady, Coli, whatever. Go past, she wasn't Docho Mari, Coki Lecate Cotle. Mother did the kind of Ramatanda.
Kawa dogres.
Mother did the kind of Zamatati, Pong, then I've tampon Yoreba. The mother did going to say, can't Pumba go attend to thing. Nobody. So, can't read it on. Can't see a Jika Koreba. Sakoya can.
So it was a lot of hard work, and we were not allowed to go where we wanted to. Other than that, they did not give us any other problems. So each one of us was given a spade with which we had to dig the earth.
Were you paid anything?
Larger digging your web, Ola.
Let's have it. Let's touch out the Moment you take man. Jam go more. Some in a take it in my head.
Yami Gumurwa.
Jamicom.
They paid us a small amount. I think it was about 3 units of the Chinese currency.
And why did you decide to flee? Was there like a final incident that made you decide we just can't stay here anymore?
Single to Mari. Marong Sama Marong San Roger. Leka the Coron to Leka Legreva. Talaja Gomas and Yoridi, Gomas and Coron Saja, Kangi Hungumariva.
So when we worked for the Chinese, we had to eat our own food, and the money that they paid us was not enough for our food and clothing.
So when you decided to flee, was it as a result of this work and that not wanting to face anymore, or was there some particular incident that made you decide like we can't stay here anymore?
Agula tre payagi gyumzen chi yorwala. Ta gyunzo longba shani tre payawala. Tre paya gyumzen di ta kange dinde langa so.
Ganga tenge ke tange te sho a. Kande yore sen tange dola choron soga juze yore ba. Tangaron juze yore ba. Domdo senchen yore ba. Ota ti jode kontratan le te shosh. Te na sujizon choron sola Juma metro yapo chegris. Te ta jon ti jagris. Koron sola moi consistent da tumba wadi. Te nyandi chungkon se de ni chungkon yori. Te nyandi chungkon. Nyambo ga ten mo de nyambo ga chungkon jai. Moi consistent chungkon de jai. 대단히 된도 진지가 뭐죠? 오, 때때와 다 충분 상월이다. 남들 충분 뭐이 충분. 뭐시 충분도 제거리.
팀가라인게 총가래.
충분.
총캉.
오, 다 건수 그 화불에 눈들여 봐. 눈도 되네. 건수 그다 총제지 충분은 건수 그 제수 그 저다 신대 것인데 세래. 다 빼지냐나. 저런서 써봤다.
So allow me to say, then the Chinese, they said that all our belongings, like the animals, will have to be offered to communist China, and then that later it would be good for us. And this contribution was to be made to the commune shops at the time.
Do you know what year this was?
근데 샘제 야때 슈시야 지어와 비 직동 국격 가져이나
다들 지금 그저 납치 징납징나지 저저 납징나지 제가 제 육체 나오는 예산도가 육체 시에입니다. 납징나지
It must be around 55, 56.
Okay. And so what happened next?
아니 디제라 가르치나 아굴라.
아, 근데 지금도 될다. 대야 뭐가 지자가 말이 봤다. 소색이 지자고리. 당가는 그 저도 군대 다니는 신대 인스. 저는 가는 그 군대 다니는 그 멋지 양이 인스다. 다 몬치가 대지 양매시. 당 가는 좀 생긴데 가는 쪽이 나라지 가는 쪽이 된다. 내가 당 가는 쪽을 내가 인스. 야, 다 뒤져서도 다 뱀벌게 손짓이고, 고뱅에게 손짓이고, 다 같이 그랬으나 손짓이 못 우리.
Then some people did make the contribution, while most of the people didn't, and they said that that we were going to keep our own animals and we would do our own work. And then the Chinese said that all the leaders must come to attend a meeting.
Okay.
아니 답변부 창말라
아니 뱀벌 정말야 다 손짓 소리 봐. 손짓 뱀벌 지나 쳐도 될. 다 저런 속에 다리티 뭐뭐 그저대 걔네는 걔만은 저런 소리 안 조심해야 돼.
알아 유디 때야 켈랭
때야 쳐도 쳐서 까놓은 것이. 때야 그걸 내가 마음은 저런 소 다 놓은 야로 조심해야 돼.
And at this meeting of the leaders, the Chinese told the leaders that they will have to accept and order their people to contribute all their properties to the commune, or else they wouldn't be allowed to go home that day.
So was this everybody disregarding class? Was this all different classes were supposed to contribute property to the communists?
다 단다라와 미망래야 잘라야 유노리야 뒤슈라베 저라 미망 창말을 하기 어려워디.
예, 아, 저 처리해서 세거리. 먼저 맹게는 고쳐라 운이요 말이 봐.
Yes, this order was for all those people who were wealthy and who owned properties, but it wasn't for those who was poor because they had nothing.
Okay, but the nomads had animals though, right?
Right.
Were they also supposed to forcibly give their livestock?
This diganeroala dropa cholane semje nor yoyo barwa
Really?
ha drope semje ge kish lagi orwela.
아, 로베 생긴 소 당시 그거세요. 근데 이발 신가 당시 그거세요. 이발 신가 요리.
That's right. The nomads were told to give their animals, while the farmers were told to give up their lands.
Okay. Okay, and then what happened?
디젤 가르충래.
당연히 뒤잘 때 전전에 다들 뱀보 나오는 책에 그때 뭐뭐 그때 때리 그래 탑상 가서 망간저지. 때 뱀보 나오고 면서 그래 만한시. 당연히 그때 그래 그 말이 뭐뭐를 내서 쳐서 소파 정리야 지잡세는 내서 그럽시 그 말이지. 근데 콘서트에 생겼습니다.
근데 신도래.
뱀보 뭐뭐 생겼습니다.
So the leaders refused to give their word, saying that they were not in a position to order the people to give up their animals, and so most of these leaders were captured.
Okay.
Any?
근데 그때 뱀보 생야 다 콘서트 생야 콘서트 생고날 다래. 근데 내수 그 땅으로 쳤다 마통은 내도 그 뱀보 야금해지. 내도 뱀보 돈이 써야지 야치시면 뱀보 마통은 다 내기 시작해야지.
Ala mimangi.
뭐뭔가.
And then when the leaders were imprisoned, the people rose up and said that we were willing to die if you didn't release our leaders. Any?
근데 저전에 때 콘서트 뱀보 마통을 다 저런서 자부가 쫓아오다 가나 세우기 쫓아오다 가게 저런서 섬을 동어들이 나서 시바 뭐니 쫓아오다 세나 다 저런서 소바다게 야 용리 잡 유지자 중고 공생 그 맞자 저는 콘서 시와를 그리시 예 자부 같은 데 레카드 레사나 다 콘서 다 그리시 콘서 세그리시 다 그리시 그 콘서 까테노
But the Chinese did not release the leaders. Instead, they asked the people to make a choice whether they wanted a peaceful or a violent society. And they said, if you want a peaceful society, you will have to become the citizens of communist China and make your contributions. And if you prefer violence, then we will attack. And dilabra da kenzu shidishin madena ane ngansugi ane magyagin
당에서 맞야 자부를 걸려야 되겠지 자부가 쫓아오게 세리
no ane
당에서 그 소파대야 지게 타서 먹었지 다치에 나한테도 저렇게 자부시 제나 다치에 내서는 시সম나 당에서 그때도 다 keleng 민들이지.
So our people replied that no, even if you were to kill us, we were not going to make the contributions.
내가 옛날에 저리 오면서 내서 가서 올린 거다 데려봐. 가반 데려봐. 옛날 거로서 간다 저리고 하고 말이야.
This is what happened in Gapa, but I wouldn't know what was happening in any other places.
That's fine. We only want to know what you actually saw and witnessed.
Did digiyore ya aula kaisnarwa mansula aulagi lungba rangla khari chunya de ha khogro mashi aula gyune lungba shembala khari chunya de mansula sunggoya yomarwa di aula sungyo di takta digidula.
And don't worry, you can talk for longer. She can write very fast.
Aula mangs tit sune digre nge choku yogu chirwa inye phala chor.
So please tell us what happened then.
Ane dijel khari chungsa.
저게 정전에 때문에 저는 콘서 맞아온기다. 내서 라냐 gemba 저제 gemba 자방갑 제거리. 저 자방갑 제거리 되기 때문에 콘서 야마 주자래 마 주자. 저 주자래 때문에 이제는 합당이 있어서는다. 저는 잡아 단지 코로서 맨다요 말이 잡아를 낳자요 말이 봐. 저는 적고 왔더니 코마가 된 요구래. 요즘에 잡아가 제일가 나오니까 제로셔 삼라동도 자니까 안데 잡아가 하리 때문에 포마다 컨시스.
Then the Chinese attacked and they attacked the Ranyag, where there were 500 monks, and it was 600 soldiers that came to attack the monastery, and the encounter lasted for 2 weeks. The monks did not own any weapons, so they charged on the Chinese with their swords, and in the end, from the 500 monks, only 9 were left.
Wow, you saw this.
So after they had destroyed the monks in the monastery, they came looking for the nomads, and the nomads were not all together in one area but sort of scattered around. So they attacked nomads, and every nomad fought back, and many were killed and many fled, and their animals were taken away.
Just backing up a second to the incident at the monastery, did you actually see the monks charging the soldiers with the swords?
Agula thanda dingon slan Ranyag leya ani gami kan leya ani thabat soleya yalakcha medu kan ani thikini chomdo roal di agula gi chengi si yo na susu ge
ngaro senga ngaro timam chal ro nyore ngaro ko thoma sam yesen zainyo
mari thanda Ranyag la ro
jamal zainyo
Ranyag
la gemba no ngaro zainyo gemba no ngaro ko power pinja ori akho ori kitchen ge tento chinge ge tana ma songwa tento cheduni ke konsu komba gemba tan medu jap tani tento chagam jap tege chetani ora to sungi
jingdu kane andar thawang apja marwe
thawang apja sa ori ta tino thaba choma chari dore je me thaba chia thaba goran de ta telo ma tin soman do
aulagi pala da aguni mege gomba nal yore so
aka moncha chawari ta no padori ke yo ka se popinga yori popinga de koron komba chegano medo jasiso
ale aulagi pala thabarvel
chava pala chava mari agore ba pinja pala pinja ore ba pinja ke de aka teni ayon ore tegile chava nga yori te nga ke keru che mari te de medo jawa ke gembal ko chava te gatsa yore ba
al dinala papa yorvel
papa yori papa te se
I was in the monastery when that happened because I had Peter and Meta uncles who were monks in the monastery. My father was also there that day, and then they started shelling the monastery, and then all the 5 brothers were killed along with the monks.
And so the monks, they ran out of the monastery into the line of fire?
Gombe chaba ta phane zu gyami gi menda gyab de yorwa
with the swords
ani dine ma ani chikini
kitana kitana chokwa juso chaba chotsa jenga tsonda judene kono logon lesho yo mari ko menda gyase gero
yes I saw with my very eyes 10 to 15 monks joined together, charging towards the Chinese, but they didn't reach where the Chinese were because they were shot.
And and they all 500 had swords?
And 자방압게 창말이야 지요르베.
저자체만 나게를 제요 말이다. 자방압게 간디리세네. 치아 정화를 그래 봐. 자바 정화 자주 못 보여 봐. 되게를 제거요 말이다. 다 고치이나 그 gem바티 자바티 제요 말이 gem바 놓는建筑 좋아한다. 하고 놓는 저때데 맨다 텐도 진지가 하고 놓는 뭐 다요래. 다 되게 출로 왔더니 되게 저 참기때 다 로몽벌이 야데 저 참기 딱으리더리 약신더리 되게 텐도 진지가 돌다 다 되게 커지더리.
There were 500 monks, but not
그런 소리도 제요 말이다. gem바 건강고는 되게 저다요리 맨다 다요리.
Not all the monks were adult monks. There were many young monks, and not everybody had swords, because they were monks. But the swords were found in the deity temple, where they were hung up on the walls. They had guns
ritual
swords and guns hung up there, and these hadn't been used for ages, So they were brought down and then
I see.
cleaned, and then they charged.
Okay. Annie?
Any kachira?
다 들리지. 되게 콘서트한테 gem바 또 되게 콘서 마제세메 되게 고반을 그래.
Less.
되게 고반을 콘서트 다마 잠 파츠 제드네 되게 로바를 텐도 몽고니레차 서베차 다 뱀보를 신차리. 생고날 다차리 때 뱀보체 마로다 마제곤 제앙근 로옹근 건세지 다운게 신들을 신동게 깨달아오게 요 말이 봐. 건세 그게 텐도 생고날 다차리 요 말이 맞다지. 다 메디니 된거봐 코론스 다 고서한다 가살 주사해니 주 가서니니까 이ton도 생긴던 다 이거 다 노야리 돼.
So after they had destroyed the monastery, they turned upon the nomads. However, our leaders had already been captured and they were in prison, and there was no one to make decisions for us. So each one fled or hid, leaving their animals behind.
And what happened to you and your family?
And aulagi nangmila khari chungyo na dikabla.
노마되게 된데 이제 나랑 그 나랑 그쪽에 지미 다 파마탄기든 다 파시터리다 마트게 요래봐 되게 보라스텐도 이제 생 코런서 생한테 책임이
Sinitido.
나 생치
So our father was already killed.
신저한테도 잠이 정도 말이다 또 생치 요래봐 또 생치 그냥 볼 때는 때문에 때는 루 단도 쥐어줬대 건축기서 받았다 되는 거지.
돈도 셈지 개념도라.
냠돌래 때 간디가 다 건축에 장세려 뭐 장세리 돈도 장세리 내서 다음에 머리를 사리 몽치아실이.
So our father was already killed, and the Chinese, they sort of captured and took away my mother, wife, and children. They didn't actually have to capture and lead them away, but they were watching the animals. So the Chinese drove them away along with the animals. So we lost our people and we lost our animals.
How was your father killed?
Monastery.
Yeah. Oh, that was in the monastery in that fight. Sorry. Okay. And then what did you do?
And teacher's agula kari nangbe.
Then ngaro ta chui. Ngaro go rola ngaro pinja zio. Then ngaro go they think of paiji for many sounds yo.
Kawachina.
Then Lhasa chui.
So I fled to Rora, and there were a few of my relatives and my companions, and all of us fled to Lhasa. It wasn't just me, everybody else was fleeing.
Can you describe the journey? That what happened on the way?
Agula tha susugi doksane thwe pherwa thwenil hasala pherwa inti para langa la khande chungsule
ta langa la khoche ya lodine khoche tendon dopa mombo de ta te de tegel dopa mombo de tegel sajin tunjanda te den te hinda maram chung dopa ga saji yori pa pele ya hore ba madon so khang mare ba ta ni ndo khang mare ba ta pele ya hore pele kon se ya ye ta te de confiscated yaks.
Persina kawasungi.
Yes, it is the Lhasa Kajoreva. Lhasa Chediata, Lhasa contended for Gembaka. Gemba Mombo Yorita, and to Jinga Lhasa, Kuda Mombo Yori, Pembo Mombo Yorita, the same Omari. Lhasa Gated. Comnita Bureta, Zangchata, Nucha, Torture.
So there were many other nomads who were fleeing, and then some of them gave me some food to eat. And this was what had happened in Kham area. But when we came to Lhasa, the area was quite peaceful. There were many monasteries, there were many aristocrats. There was no captures yet.
So when you told the people of Lhasa what had been happening back in Kham, how did they react?
Agula nambazul hasal jorwal and hasalia dinde tanganzu kham cholia dinde gami dinde chesons dinde sungdu gane ani hase midunzu kharis samgiduel
ke konso che sonya shibo kesa lapsa yo mari rasa jam mobole tseri ma mobole tseri ta khata phe mari segre ta khata phe mari ta jam mobon degi le wori tengra agam konso yori ta khata phe mari segre ta tenda gadda pota ta rezi sia ta konsu gumabe ta joba chori ta pesanga sia tenda get la story membe ta konsu yo mari then konsu ga dedi gemba jawa yi no potendo kondi zankon no yo dori ngento tana ledi yakang sera yaden ta japon pura tendo dedi gemba hori yodi ne tani tin sam ne ta ngeso dawa tek chadal tana de tene ngeso o ma chonton ma sang chonton ma taba nyana yanga zel sang ni tegele o ngando ma phai ne ya le ke ta mo bon de tege nyam bol tene ngeso tana ndo de tene ta jam khasa to ta danda sunji tekin zo atendo de non tendo tekin chi atendo de chushu sule tekin de wadi ta te rasa ke tekin rasa chushu sule ba tikitu.
So at that time, we could not speak openly in Lhasa because there were also many Chinese there, and some of those people who heard did regret what was happening in Kham area. And at that time, His Holiness was in his palace, and so was the Sera and Drepung monasteries intact. And a month later, I went towards the Changthang area, and there I was able to meet many people who were fleeing from my region. And around that time, Lhasa was attacked.
Why did you wait a whole month in Lhasa? Why did you just not continue on your journey?
Abula Lhasa la dawachik shudwa. Ani and that Lhasa la dawachik zikarichin gu shure. Shakya pape mindwa tuya.
Lhasa la ta ngaron le ku tana la la manji ta. Tani la de melam chimbon zo ji ta. Lhasa jo za chobon chimbo ta tino konda mombo sa zega. Pangon chimbo yori. Tino na tento jinde la de melam zo sera geden de pong ta gena mombo ke tento tana la de melam zo ji tani. Yini nyamba jawa yi no butana la shuhet no dese ke tento jinde tani jengen chepa zo di ta la mombo chepa ti tana shating mombo ta de sam sende ya tege ke tento jinde ga chepa ti tani tege la choba to tege ya tento jinde ye jori ta tege tento jinde tani gemba khara la sam gemba no chonji te gemba la kora ja sa pe ta chine zalo un choma me le ta yo mari ma ta ba ta chonji me be yo mari ta tani choma no re tege gemba la manji tani tege la choba to de choba ta chaba tong da 동자 제그 잡게 된다 된다 진지 요리 잡아 되길 이제 되게 총문제 주사 이 되게 땅에 대열이 되죠 그 되게 사마도 치면은 되게 사사 되게 쌈바 혼들지 쌈바라 그래 이 사마도 좀 맞다 로마에 그 마쳐라서 하살라 마쳐라 몸을 요 말이 대세디 코 이발이 대세디 좀 받는 그 같이 쉬시라 그래 되게 되게 되게
So I remained a month in Lhasa because I wanted to do some pilgrimage, and I also wanted to see the Great Prayer Festival, which during which time His Holiness the Dalai Lama also came, as well as the monks of Sera, Drepung, and Garden monasteries, and they were like the prayer assembly had thousands and thousands of monks, and so I saw that along with the ritual offerings that were in view on the night of the Great Prayer Festival. And then after that, I went to every monastery, doing my prostrations and praying. And though I had nothing at that time, in Lhasa, you could just, you could get by just begging for some tsampa, and you got it.
Okay, it's not a bad place for a pit stop. Okay, and then after?
아니 가르침래.
되게 되게 하셨다. 나와 동분원에 되게 하셔 잠을 이거 떠올렸어. 하셔 떠올이 나체 떠올이 되게 가서 갈 때는 콘서 마몽봉원 때는 된도 진지 부라 또 와더니 야와이게 너무 추소를 펴고야. 되게 좋은데 다 되게 나가 자만고 나가 딘진사 타서를 나요 말이. 이게 샤리에 된도 땅에 고 대진 그때 다 전난 조금 뭐만 고 대진 다 요지다가 다 입어서 요래 되고 다 전들지야 된다 대대니 아니 안도 그마세 다 저기 gond도 세지다 대지 제래 저기 gond도 세지 대들 하살라 안도 전다대 뭐만텐서 이제 콩데 충바리 충바 충진 소리 되게 충바 충진 도더니 되게 그 요새 경근인데 다 뭐뭐라 파티 이제 잡 Tani tentu jingi ke Jawai yin nabal sent down. Angaran so chuju gondu dozer goshinga. Ta jamandal le yabo the maya na onchi mangajia. Tani dege le so ninga onsinga. Jia tani kogi tendaga tap koda jedini tani jo chesi ke tani ko lacha ta menda ta cheta dege le tentu tap de momotsia. Tani tani chedi tani Jawai yin nabata. Dana ya phe tap sa de le. You man sama mombo le jamuma. Asa pura kotsale ndi tia. Jamu ke u mani chutia. Ye pepa te dinge wa ma pe te ndi te ta de ge ba. Nyanzo tia ke ne go tunduri pai ne go. Ko ya po de sa ke sa de to kun tamate. Ta jo son to so pa chingi ngal go zore.
La.
Jamu de tomo ya ndo ko bun de che gari. Che zombo de wa ndo de te. Jumaru teni kuratendo ngal gosedi.
So in the first month, the Chinese attacked Lhasa, and His Holiness the Dalai Lama escaped. However, I was not present during the attack, but I was quite close by, and that was the time when the Chushi Gangdu was organized by a very wealthy trader called Andu Gombutashi. And he also made the golden throne for His Holiness, where the wealthy had made many offerings, and though the Chinese had surrounded Lhasa, they were able to escort His Holiness out.
Yeah, we're very grateful about that. Did you feel like in Lhasa though the people were a little bit complacent, a little bit too relaxed, and because you had seen what the Chinese were doing in the east? And so did you feel people in Lhasa just maybe weren't taking the threat seriously enough?
Ogula number zo kam chole ya gyami gi duputang ba changma si yorwa di sinil Lhasa la febrwala Lhasa mi dun zo thando ge chik shena jigna menge dawo chin thele chin de
Dana le che de da kosa.
Oh dinre
Jam koro so number le seri number pura kondo seri taron ko koro se karu de yori. Tate pembong gare ke tento jingi koro sungi che so mari. Pembo yore ba ta Lhasa ke pembo mombo yore ba. 첨보 뱀보 첨보 요래봤다. 여와 이제는 라마래봐. contended 추구면배 세일 쇼보 contended 요 말이봐. 추고리 저기는 뱀보 뭐 요래봐. 다 되게 그때는 저런 다시 하는 거리 나로 선들 거리 제 나세니 세 거리 제 마지카 마다 야야래봤다.
Yes, they were very relaxed, even though, the Chinese were already present in their region. And that was so because His Holiness was, a spiritual leader, and the other very high leaders in Lhasa who were responsible did not say anything to the people.
I see. They were looking to them. I see. Okay, and then what happened when you left?
Agula hanchungina.
That's a rich something. Maron tendo pa, Gongun pa song, and some good gamber, and the Lhasa Tota, Yawayan of Chudo Jata. That is rich, I didn't know. Pardon, said the tendo in the Gamba Chimbo Yori. Then I pa, the moon will pass on. Then I dated the tail. One Yamamalu, Yam to Jetta. Jam to Jetta, Malo, what another Narongoroda, Tangatari, Shilayamba, and Puzzle Dodger, Andrew Gombotashi, Sawadi. Then there's a get into Ma Jassa, the Yori. Nigila Tendo, they parts of the Getache, Ma Jan in Jayori, put Jama to Jalawa, what an Yamajal top the name. Then Andrew Songo, then Andrew Chetanzo, Andrew Mapon Jara, the day. Then you go on, when yes, Sanchatana says him. The gates out and Andrew Puzzle, Corona, and Alamenda Johnny, Menda Genius jumped that.
Katsu?
Menda, that Jesus jumped. Jesus jumped to the court, no one payment. Corona Sanson Yapoli incentive, no one mafia, take home and a mouth in this city, Chumbumburia, Lupol Chumbumburia, Nicom, Pan on some Monday. The some color they got sent to change the race and the. And that you are 20 years. Don't know that eating is one thing German in Zaya. And Zaya says she was one time to set your married. This is your married touch and then shadow children there. Then it's a children of the return. That's it. No more than to stay the seat.
So Lhasa was attacked and His Holiness had escaped. And I went to a place called Digong where there was a monastery. And over there, then 600 Chinese troops arrived. A nephew of Andu Gombutashi called Pinzo Doji was there. And then, he fought against the Chinese along with his soldiers, and about 20 to 30 were killed. And I saw that Pinzo Dorji had been shot, about 8 times. Pinzo Tashi had been shot about 8 times. But since he was wearing a very, potent protective amulet, the bullets hadn't gone inside, but they were sort of bulging out of his skin.
Wow. And were you also fighting at this time?
Did gane awulage zingali yebe Pinzo Tashi nyamdola.
Did na jisa woman me. Koronto mal javre ngando tiya katana. A day ore. Then yes on yamburisha. Tanko me sagaba then yes dasa ya. Kotu Korea nasa dasa ya chuda jande. Then yes on yamburisha. That is not the thing. Me younger take it and I don't worry. Then Koronto ma pon take it season and I don't have over.
So I was not present at the actual site of the clash, but after the fight, Pinzo Tashi fled and then he came to where we were staying. So I saw the injuries on his body.
Oh. Any?
Any aula?
Then ya someone ya do tell then ya le tan na chu do cha ya do di. Then on le to tin pa lumba se ge ta jong se ji tene. Then pa la ya pa do di tell. Oh nyama tel jam so no. Oh jam chu di ne then ne so ya to ma to ten to jin de tene. Ko chu sa ka ni se di ne. Then andu koron so ta ba ni sang se koron so chu se. Tanda andu konto or two. Menzo chosi one two. Koron so mama the part two. 근데 제대로 때 떠서니다 막 또 되게 제대로 지금에서는 단 장면에 그 사진 단 저요만 저 같이 제는 그 이제 저요만 단 장면에 골라져요 말이 라차 대우만 장 차도 저기니 단 말을 맨다게 니우 쩌쟁아 예시서 떠나면 요 말이 장에서 요 말이 이때 보자 담아 먹이지 만들라 저다는데 세고는 먹이기 싫던데 제대로 되는서 다 주 가서 주야 고르네 근데 나 돈은 파 주서리 정절 파 돈돈 주서리 근데 안도 서부 가는 째리고 나갔더니 하고 말이 안도 좀 마음에 됐더니 파 다들 안도 그때도 전자 펀서도 때도 용고시야 그런 좀 마음은 없지사다 김맥이 또 없어다 가지셔 자쳐버렸대 야 대파 대 뉴이를 조이는다 가나 책인 게다 쟁도고시 파성디 그런 째리고 하고
So it was after a mountain pass we had crossed near Digong that there was another encounter with the Chinese, and then the Chinese attacked us and everybody ran helter-skelter, and Anduk Pinzo Tashi went one way, we went another, and their soldiers also went another way, and we had no weapons, no food to fight the Chinese, and some people had like 10 to 15 bullets left, but we needed them to be able to kill wild animals to survive. And later about 50 troops of the Changthang said that they were going to look for Anduk Pinzo Tashi, and I don't know what became of them.
Andrewsang.
Anduk Pinzo Tashi is the nephew of Anduk Tashi.
Oh, you called Andrewsang. Andrewsang, does that mean?
Anduk Pinzo Tashi.
Anduk Pinzo, but you said something of the Andrewsang?
Andrewsang soldiers.
Okay.
They had their own soldiers. About 50 of them said they were going to look for Anduk Pinzo Tashi.
Oh, so Andrewsang is the soldiers of Anduk Pinzo. I see.
They had their own troops.
I see. Okay, so they said they were going to look for him.
For him, but I have no knowledge whether they found him
whether
or what
they found him or
happened
not.
to them.
I'd like to just ask you before we move on. But so Pinzo Tashi, you said that the bullets. You saw that the bullets didn't actually penetrate him, but they were sort of bulging. Mm-hmm. Can you actually describe that a little bit more clearly? Were they inside his skin, or where were they?
Tanda awulagi sungya ta Pinzo Tashi la menda gyayarwa. Menda gyadu kane diu jiyorwa. Diu de betting la draw mindu sungya. And diu de awulag 100 just sik jong khawa.
Diu de koron ga chole ta ngadam chu pepa yen chuba kan yorwa. Ko chuba ga no na ten diu de tana sa de. Ten diu ji gos jam de ko ji ne tani ko soma yabo yen je de soma ka sing ne kan je na ke koron lan de gel tani mas da bo jogara chu jogun da bo den de diu re japsal de chu bumbu de
ale diu chuba nanglo cha de
diu chuba no sa de diu monche.
The bullets had fallen into the pouch of the chupa that he was wearing, but wherever he had been shot, wherever he had been shot, there was a reddish color with a swelling, that had come out
of his skin.
8 to 9 places where he had been shot,
and then sort of fallen into his chupa.
Yeah, and the bullets were in his chupa.
Wow. Okay. Any
awla.
Ta
awla na was awla Changthang la part train.
Changthang part. Changthang part de tene honga pa na chong no dos tene te pa na chong no dos tene honga jar on jam chou sa.
De.
Jam che tumra che so sang ka. Tanda da le.
Ka ba de song yin be.
Pa te na te na chong so chi tene. 나가 정점내가 송래와 내가 정점내 체코다 체 그렇게 개보도 도송래리 이래버리 단다게 된도 라운데 단체 동도 차례 도래버리 단다를 된도 진지기 사때네 된도 진지기 그러다데 어세다 다든지 진지 샤보 줄에 되게 설때 칼아요 망면서 제 칼아 매지니 Then go Chugala, Mando Chode, Tom to go some Chode until the make a way, see woman. That even Omare Chumaradi, Oma Chugala, Mando go similar. Tunda chapo to the Yamaga on the thing. Tunda saying, get out your money. Tondo Jane your money, get out Jane your money. I take it and to change on the 13 on Yen Show money. Nam Yasin Melty, Chan with it. Got a name. Rogata again got a Miko and something. Oh, boo. That you know, Mariba. Then it talk on the Marine got it. That's a drug attempt to me. You come in your way.
Chubakira Karisumbe.
And Cheva Kiratino, your mother, Takira, the Kuri, or whatever. Nam Yasin Jabdi and Chubakiratino mine, or Tino mine. Then they get a hover shake yard. They come to Jangas as the pie in the home can, whatever.
Then I went towards the Changthang and at a place called Changthang, and I saw about 1,000 soldiers converged over there. And there were few nomads here and there from where sometimes we could get food to eat, and at times we killed wild animals to feed ourselves. And there were days like 6 to 7 when we had nothing to eat, and then we would go towards where there was a river and to drink some water. And as soon as we got a drink of water, I could feel my eyes becoming clearer. And there were others who had all their eyes swollen, and for days and nights we did not release the waistband nor the laces on our boots, and because due to lack of sleep, at times people were just falling down, and the areas where our boots was laced and where we had a waistband, we found that we had been infested with lice.
Oh,
Pingyala na pajimaji.
Marong Pati Matic Pinjari.
Pu.
Oh, Marong. Bang. Not only
And I had a brother with me who was killed during the encounter at Changthang.
Okay.
Then not only two attempts, Kalamara, then it's only Sajimania. Not only Monday. Then I sit my attack you and the Chatanian and Sinchata, attack you and the thing. Ladakh lady, Ladakh Mamma girl, Yagag Mom, some lady. Ladakh some lady, didn't it? Ladakh Mamma got any. I mean, the quote and incorruption. Single tombo, church was the Tikane, Tanning got it today, only joke, got it, made that quote, and the time using it. That comes a jump, just how it is. They said, then I met her, telling two, today on Tom, teacher, the total method as a leg, not a mamma. They can't end the thing, Coron Ladakh mustn't keep using though. They may be Java getting as a Shigmariba. They call Ladakh mustn't get Ladakh the picky, and they said, they can't children when I said, and the chat and the Bonio, Yamagatendo, turned up the water. Then they said in the tongue as a Jagala Lama pay something, Tijan and certain to change the guitar. Choose all down and two and did it. What then it ends to take them body she take on Javan. Lama made it in Lumbala Yori, she Jagala Yori, she that's the good consul, how course it's Soma. That's it, telling us all. Then it's Sagittarius in the consul. Sagittarius and Ray taking the two taking the. Then in the Changthang taking the chair and the road. Then Polly 20 years, then it comes from because I had that Jesus and Messonias. Narrates. Narrates, the gate said, then that's your own in Roger, she chop Pakala Coron Soga, Chol Gentle Jing, the Matangi, Chol Papa. That the Yazan or that the gate, Chon on the job, then Matangi Toson on Cook, the gate, then Park Coron to non Pala, Tasson, then you get some have a target, huh?
So, after having no food and trekking along, I reached the Indian border in Ladakh. And there, the Indians, police, the Indian army, I suppose they thought we were Chinese because they came charging at us, And then we didn't know the Indian language,
Yeah.
but there was a Ladakhi who knew the Tibetan language. So we explained to him and that we were following our Lama who has escaped to India, and then this man said that it was true that your Lama is in India. And then they also gave us, food, rice, sweet tea, bread, and we stayed there for a week. And then they helped us cross the river in a boat.
Okay, I just wanted to ask you, when they said they came at them with guns, were they sort of charging towards them with their guns pointed at them, aimed at them?
Tanda Ladakhi mangmidwa kunjugi ta menda kini gyuleswa ogla kunju chikchena gyami re samne itu kan menda ten gyulegde
menda ten gyushin me gite tani kosong gadir todin na poya choko na nzi ateni chono nete tonge de.
Yes, some of them were in the boat with their guns.
Lada le na jami na chisa maron so tani shegendo de.
Is this the Sangpo? Which river would this be?
That's another river that is there in Ladakh, And the chude mean karirela.
Singe zombo.
La.
Singe zombo sege.
Sangpo.
Indus.
Okay.
Indus River.
Yes, but you call it Sangpo in Tibet.
Sangpo is river. That's the.
Sangpo just means river. Okay.
Sengi Kabab.
Okay. Okay.
That's the Indus River.
Okay.
So some of them were in the boat and pointing their guns at us.
Okay. So then the person who was Ladakhi, who was the Ladakhi person?
He was in the Indian army.
Oh, so he was shouting at them to explain who they were?
Yes.
Is that what happened?
And Ladakhi mijidwa digi ene agu kyunzula kyunzu suimbe law nikeje tigidre.
Keche tegindo te condition kyunzu chimle setting so ondon tegi ngaso keche hita nanzo tonde chimle se keche hi yore bakol. Tene kuche paki juhina.
So he asked us the hows and the whys, and then we gave him a full explanation, and he translated this to his other colleagues.
Superiors. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And we also feared that perhaps they were Chinese.
Okay.
So then he said, you needn't fear, you are in Ladakh.
Okay. And then they actually took them in the boat
yes,
across.
And gave them food.
Okay. Ani
kaji sa ula.
Tene Ladakh ngala ta naruto de mombondo. Sontong de ta ngari de ya tepa. Mombondo tene tege sana tene de tegi sayna tani na hanam lopeka chali gal
La
tani lopeka chalta tegi chala de gal
lopeka sina lochik
dawangal de
la
dawanga to de
tani
tegi de ne tani khorso go chek to khaland de hinde gari chapo ye se hinde gari tupo ye se hinde tani se tegi de tani jaga la chunro chule de tani pass jaga mam kiting la chiting
yes. I found that there were many Tibetans in Ladakh, and I lived with them for 5 to 6 months, and they gave me food, and then I was told that we could go to India, and the Indian army over there provided us with documents to come to India.
Amazing. Is there anything else you want to tell us about your story before we finish?
Aula nganzo chado duala ani lugi shemba ke laswela
alo ji jemba che rando ya ta che mande che na pege logi ne ta ngaron din dosan de sa logi tandare
That's about it. I have told you my stories.
Can I just ask you, was it difficult to adapt to life in India?
Aula ta kya na la pherwa kya na la phetu kane ani kya la mizi sabara mizi shemba jirwa ani dele mizi go choya la kale chung sues
ta cheba chaba tene ni che te kovind ta che ko ten to nima cha goa ten to jin de tene na goa ta che ko ten to jin de cheba ka manche wa tene khalan sa chi jman phai gun ropa ka khala da te nga su de ni tan dana ngabi le din ta mo lute sabad nei go lu sabad nei ta ni khala nei sabasa go te khala le shi man koron di saton ta te ta ngabi ta ra go le ye sa shi man
it was very difficult and it was very hot and I was feeling sick and I could not eat the food because we were accustomed to a whole different food as a Gapa, and then I had to start a whole new life, new diet, everything.
Everything, very hard. It's all so much change. I'd like to just ask you, what are your feelings about the self-immolations going on in these days in Tibet?
The Tharing Khazang the Pyonalia Manzu Tubakashi and the Susuki Supula Mepane Chumi Pugduala and the Korla Agula and Kari Consu Yanasudo.
That is Marango Samba Teleta, Tenga, Nomad, and the Yamakunting, the Potanda, the Lama Gemba, Tonka Mombo, Tonka Mombo Tepura, Samite, Shake, Tor, and Lakatensan, something the currents of Janan and Drain, Tail Tenso Ginger, Lakatensan on the sea. No, I know because I get the tail Tenso Ginger already. They were doing a tail currents of Dacha, and that, like you, Senta, Medogan and Tento, and that, and to change you, take it just a look, take it, say, I tend to change it. To the Caton Tan, I don't know, the hell, but then same heart, and under Towel, Meda chair, Marie, see, the moon, the noble chat the man, San Role Marie, make a sense of no one. There, the gig contact right there, that the gig attend on noble right what's on. That is an uncle Marie, some probably conducted the look, that is each other. Then he called him to Jana couldn't take it down under Zo. That is Joshua lady. He's on a take drop, Masses in Gemba. Gemba don't come Mombo thoughts, Lama took Guretsa, Gemba Chimbo Tender, Chabang Yet to Javas, Lama took to the day was in Tanda, Lama Tangi Menda, Booming Cosa there, Lama Regat the Panel Hodi, the Tental in the Menda Giapasia, Gema Tangan on Beer, the content of this is holy. There is a Langi, and it's a tental in the Dupot and so on. He gave the concept of Johnson, and that low choosing Nogata. They give Johnson Hako Marita, low chasing Nogata, there's a tail Augreva, there's a low chasing hard.
The Chinese have caused us, great suffering earlier, destroying thousands of monasteries and killing lamas, and idols were destroyed or taken to China. There were many precious stones, gold, and these were taken and used in making weapons. So once, the precious stones and the precious gems are taken away, we believe that the protective powers of the deities are
lessened.
Yeah, lessened. So, the Chinese, they executed lamas, and threw them into the pits. And these sufferings, though it is not known by the younger generation, the elders know about it and they relate these to the younger generation.
Okay.
Tenga cái tiền tôi change cái chỗ đó mà đã tận đã là để gì vậy thế cái là tiền tôi change cái ta mà chỉ là double tông ra cái double tông là cái ta thế nên lên bộ đó mà nó số cái content cái số cái gì thế nên thế là shaman cái này rồi shaman nạp cái là cái gì mà ta cái này hiện rồi tiền tôi change cái thế nên có chữ ta chữ là mà đi luôn chữ là mà đi thế nên ngắn tôi cái point để nó vào cái ta chữ mà nó cứ ra đó là mà nó cứ ra rồi kita ni ya long je, thế thế phát triển ta mà je, ta chú tiếng Anh lấy cái con đi lấy ta chú sẽ cái gì sử chú chỉ xem một con đi đi, ta chú đi nhắm chung thằng chị chú đi mấy ba, rồi tiền số tiền cái tên cứ chế bắt đi, lo mông bol khát ra mà chú, mất chân lo mà chú, to khá là mà đi, chúng tôi sẽ đi nè, thế nên mất thằng chị đó, thế nên tiền đó, ta sẽ có được tháp cha để pháp chế, thế nào là thế mà rồi cái tầm một cái gì à, ta nghe chuyện cho tiền cái sao gì mình không gì mình tâm trí, ta cho nên giá sống mong có giang á chuyện cái ta sống rồi nè, ta chỉ nói là lấy cái lấy tham kinh, thế nên lấy cái thì khởi ổn ra là tiền đồng Gapa Akar, sao chứ là bông đi đấy à, ta tiền đó chuyện cái tiền đó, rong gọi là tiền đó sát tham cái khởi quá chứ, ta xin cái lấy cái gì cho nên sao cái, cái gì thì ta làm rồi cái gì. Ta xin cái lệ cái sao cô cái gì, ta sao cái sao cái sao, thì mình đâu sao mấy gì cái gì, sáng xin trong đâu sao mấy gì, lệ cái thằng đó lệ cái gì, thế nên con số lệ cái cái lệ, thế nên sao gì này mà lệ cái cái thằng đó chơi này, thế nên mong go, nhưng mà lệ là mình giờ ngay đây chủ đề này là thế, thằng nó sẽ đâu rồi, thế nên sao gì mấy cái con số cái mình số số cái nào là, toa tung chui là mà đi, ta toa chui à. Thôi nhẹ tôi chui mà đi, tôi sẽ rồi này tôi chui mà đi. Thế nên sao giờ tôi chui đi nhẹ, tôi sẽ, tôi nói tí nào này, mà trả sẽ thế trả cả, ta trongวันđó tiền đâu chỉ phong cái sao này, tôi nói có mất tiền trong cái sao này xin, thế nên thế này đã, thế sao phải, đàn anh mà chơi, có muốn tôi chỉ thế này là, thế mà, có rất tiền tôi chỉ cái tôi nói. 어제 단단고서 도시 전되지. 근데 되게 도시 파사. 근데 정통을 보고 메살라. 근데 된다지 이제 니마 모다 영화 가도 단단 고고 사실 보고 내 보고 메사 단단 쿠진도 초 메사 단단 쿠진도 왔더니 되게라 다 단단 된도 사자 야산에 단이 뽕꼬지와 뽕꼬제 여기 안다고 뽕꼬제 단이 제 쿠지와 뒤는 봐 제마 정도리 되더니 뒤는 마tabje 당연히 다 사봉체 그러죠. 당연히 다 다르게 도시 되게 법제. 당연히 되게 체바 첨보지. 당연히 체바가 된도 도시가 법마다 다 사진 충전 때고만 사진 충전 때를 고수 땅 어서 되나. 근데 소화도 생기가 유포도 와봐 유포 네가 하고 줘야지. 되게 그 투밖에 다 컨트롤을 해줘야 돼. 당연히 줘봐 당신데. 당연히 코텐도 진짜 뭐게 시야던데 진짜 진짜 개발 호 말이 내가 내 말은 콜 칼라 요 말이 저는 저걸 칼라 요 말이 다때 다 조건에서 된다고 그 소리 이 말이야 텔레드네 때때 근데 거래서다 단다 텔레카 랭킹 단듯이야 다 내야 단듯이 치다 공자치야 다 단듯이야 된다고 진짜 다 내야 단다 그때도 로니 상대로 레줄이 잡은
Then they began the Cultural Revolution, where all the wealthy and the influential people were captured and imprisoned, and they were also, given the title of a black hat, which meant that they could not, have any interaction with other people, and they had no freedom at all to do anything, and some of them were taken away to do hard labor, and they were made to dig out earth in the pastures and turn it into farmlands, and they were given hardly any food, and so there was many who died of starvation. And people
tani mom bola te dang chai tani gokun gopini gaiche tani tendong dam chai tani khol tendo shala kadama tani ko tendo chada ke tani tendo kunrol me meje che nyama jangal tanda longi meje che tani kompeni ta tendo che tendo jingi ta dobo mom ba tang wari 저게 된다 진짜 뭐 일을 하는 그리 maybe 제가 사된다 말이 나름 거 파일레 퍼선 하더리 다 되게 된다 진짜 깨끗이 상아 대신 파일 마스는 예진이 된다 던지 제대로 컨셉트를 나오기다 다 컨셉 알로 기억이 잡지 오늘 나 파일 마고 야 차삼로 없네.
Just a minute. We'll get back to that, but just a minute. Akula, I just was wondering about you've heard of the self-immolations happening these days in Tibet, yes? You must have heard.
Teresa Pönalaya mi mangbugi susu sokula megani chumi pigidwa dikor pön.
Do you think it's just one sec, just a minute. We just want to know if you think this is something that will create some benefit, or if you think it is not a good idea, if it's a waste of a life.
Tanda sususula megabidwala awulagi gongyala rwa di megabi ni dinde nange donzugi di nganzu phebe thendala phingi yore samgidwe yang nganzu mithola re samgidwe
tate 제 엄마 진짜 그때는 배가 된다라 펜싱이 다 공수고 레카자 레서 코로스 셈바가 당나 배가 된다라다 추바 잡나나다 콜레는 야워체사메 제린제만 콜체사메 세원가 나오나 다 돈을 들레고가 다 제텐도게 도본던다 동주되는 상황 다 배되게 된다리지 연상 코로스 셈바가 이니 태성메리가 배가 된다리 그 construction ronsi lomi tangwa me jabe ri samkin na ki samdene jigu tento jingi gate sa tan zombalen chabda chabli ga zombalen tento jingi ga tan donde cheng ga peba ga donde cheng ga dojo se ta redine jigu sa penshu ri ne teng ga yena ta ne se le tento kongren le ja chembori jakob chembori ta konso pabjo chembori chedi ta konso chena konso ga le jaya ke konsu gele ka tele konsu ka ten chung chung sin go ku ya ko le le ne so ya po che chu je pa se ko de ta ten da ne ni rong so lu tong da go le ta ten da de po konsu ta de.
So they are doing it, for the cause of Tibet, and I believe, this is helping the world know about what's happening in Tibet, because it shows that, they have suffered so much and they are now unable to endure this suffering. But communist China is a powerful country and they are always, lying.
And actually, I have to say again, I said it at the beginning, that we have to also remind you, if this interview was shown in Tibet or China or anywhere else, is it okay for you?
다 당긴 아주 깨져직 뒤열에 아고라. 단다 양교 깨져직 뒤고고열에 타마델래야. 엔 다링 루규 딩 아주 가발라 템비네 아고라라 강에 요 마로알라.
말이 까나.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you very much for sharing your story.